Welcome to another episode of last week's Comics Today. I am running slightly late today, and I did not review what order this is in, so we're both going to be surprised. But you don't care about any of that. Let's get straight to the comics. So up first we have Bolero, which is one of my new favorite books. Issues 1 and 2 both got Pick of the Week. I don't know if this is going to be a three-peat, but this book is excellent, and this is on my mind because there was a trailer a few weeks back, but have you seen Russian Doll on Netflix? Because in season 1, right when you think you know what's kind of going on, they throw a curveball at you, and that's what happens here. This issue is a massive curveball. Our main character is fairly happy in this present universe, and she's trying not to self-sabotage, and maybe she's failing. I would say because this isn't the end of the series, that the odds are good she is currently failing, and things happen, and it was excellent. And I am also a big fan of this cover. I think it's subtle but powerful. Really like that. This book is great, highly recommended. Looking forward to how this ends. It's excellent. We have Black Hammer Reborn, issue 10. Things are really heating up here, and we have multiple worlds now colliding and combining, and I'm pretty sure everything I could show you is a spoiler of some kind. So there are 2 pages, hopefully. I think I showed you the bloody chest of somebody, but hopefully that's not too much. It's great. This is really heating up, and there is a character that winds up somewhere he's not supposed to be, and I'm super excited about that, and eagerly awaiting issue 11. Ghost Cage issue 1, this is absolute insanity. If you had all enjoyed East of West, then I absolutely recommend that you pick this up. It's drawn by the same artist, and he is co-writing. So you get more spheres and towers, and this guy that looks like Colonel Sanders. So there's a lot of the sort of East of West staples, and then you also get this guy here. Well, both of them, really. This little ghost guy's a lot of fun. And then we get this guy who maybe looks like somebody. It's fantastic. But like I said, it is also just absolute insanity. This is a lot of fun. Highly recommended. I don't really want to tell you what it's about, but there are a couple of preview pages out there that are early pages here. So it does sort of set up what's happening, except it doesn't really matter. It's utter insanity. But this is a 3-issue series. This is issue 1, obviously, and yes, I recommend it. I'm pretty surprised by this, but Until My Knuckles Bleed issues 2 and 3 both came out this week. I don't know what sort of, I don't know. I don't think I've seen anything like that before, but I will take it and appreciate it, and both are great. I was talking about issue 1 probably a month ago, and it's sort of, if you take the sort of stereotypical image 90s character, the pouches and blades and guns and violence, and age them up 30 years, what would that character be like now? That's our main character here, and the sort of world that they live in, how they used to be mercenaries that were intended to be superheroes, and when their powers or equipment failed them, when they aged out of the program, where are they at now? What are they doing? And the book is great. I sincerely hope this continues. There is the end at the end of issue 3, but it could easily keep going, and I hope that it does. And I can't find any indication that this is either an end or that it's still going. So I'm hoping it's still going. The world is rich. The character is great. There is more that he could do. There's more that you could do with the world in general, but this is great. It's recommended. I assume it will be collected soon, and if you haven't read any of this, then get the collection when that comes out. Saga 57, I think of the 2 issues that have come out since its return, I've been extremely vague about what's happening in Saga, and I feel like that's going to continue because I know how people feel about spoilers in general, and specifically in regards to Saga. But it does open with this, which is great, and I feel like that isn't a spoiler. Hazel does narrate that this is backstory, so not a spoiler. This continues to be great, still enjoying it very much, and looking forward to where it's going. So far, again, no gut punches. The end of the previous issue was... it was a little rough. Things get, I'll say, resolved here. Read into that what you will. But the Will and Lion Cat, both in this. This cover is not exactly a lie, but still great. Still enjoying it. Highly recommended. Quad issue 3. I've been talking about this. It's sort of an anthology series of post-apocalyptic sci-fi. Most of them, I think, have been tragedies. But we get another one here, and I think this might be the best. This is a very solid story. If you are at all curious, I recommend picking this up. And then if you enjoy this, pick up the others as well. Here is a sample of the art. So we've got this guy, and he's going around this sci-fi city, and these guys are outsiders, and they come to town and mix things up. It's good. It's great. As I said, I think this is so far the best of the 3, and yes, I recommend it. Human Target issue 6. This makes it very clear that this series is not in continuity. Something happens that I would never be allowed to happen in continuity. It's great. It is certainly surprising, but holy cow. That, wow. Also, it's great. I'll say that. It continues. I've very much been enjoying this book. It continues to be true here, and the book is now on break for months? I don't remember how long. It's coming back in the fall, and I am eagerly awaiting its return. I really want to see how this both story and the mystery ends. Robin issue 12. Everyone leaves the island. It's great. We are moving past the island, moving into new territory, and I am looking forward to it. Upcoming is the Shadow War, and we do get this scene, so maybe you can guess who he is visiting there. But the Shadow War is coming up, and I guess we'll see what happens during and coming out of that to see where this book is going. I'm still enjoying it, however. And there's one of my new favorite characters at the end of this doing something that's not very nice. So that should lead into future storylines as well, and I'm really curious what's going to happen there. Lastly, we have Groken. This is volume 1, and so the story and art are by Kenneth Rocafort. He has been working pretty consistently for DC for about the last 10 years. I think he did some Image stuff before that. I've been a huge fan of this guy's work for a long time. This was part of an Indiegogo campaign that he did last year. The books are being mailed out as of this week. I got this in my hands. I read it. Let me just show you. So here is an example of the art, we've got this guy who's locked up in prison, and he is carving things on his wall, and there is his prison cell. There is a lot happening in this, and I'm very curious to see where it goes next. So I already want volume 2. This is probably not going to be for everyone. The story is lean. There are things happening, but a lot of it's spoken about in vague terms. So I definitely want volume 2. In a crowdfunding campaign should be starting soon, per the most recent newsletter that I've seen. If you have the means, I definitely recommend getting this. This is his own creation, and he is self-publishing, and I could not be happier for him. That is everything that I picked up this week in my rush. I forgot to show you some art from Until My Knuckles Bleed. Now, here, this is 3, so he is a bit beat up by this point, but let me see. We get... Oh, I think that was before. So, we get some stuff like this. This is a fight scene, obviously. So if that intrigues you, and I think it should, yes, you should pick this up. So as far as pick of the week goes, this is going to be difficult. Bolero is definitely in the running. I think Ghost Cage is absolutely in the conversation as well. Human Target, wow, that was crazy. I will give it to... I'm going to give it to Bolero. Again, this book is amazing. I am a huge fan. The story is great. All of the emotional character, certainly the inner monologue, but the emotions that she's going through as well are just... There's a lot of, I think, personal history that is written into the character, and I feel that coming through as well. I obviously have not experienced multiversal jumping into new me's, but I understand the feeling, the desire, and I know where the character is coming from, having possibly messed up her life and not knowing where to go next. So this story in general rings very true to me. It's close to my heart, and yeah, once again, I recommend it. As always, I get all of my books from a local comic shop. If you don't know where yours is, you can use this URL to find the one closest to you. Thanks for watching.